Hôm nay, chúng tôi thật diễm phúc giới thiệu đến quý vị buổi hội thảo trực tuyến đầy sâu sắc tựa đề Sống vì tha và nhân từ, phần 10 của 12 phần trong tiết mục Giữa Thầy và Trò, được giảng bằng tiếng Anh vào ngày 20 tháng 1 năm 2015 tại Los Angeles, California, Hoa Kỳ.
Wow, Master has to do every single thing yourself.
Yeah, I have to. I clean and wash my cinderella here. I don't complain. I'm just telling you that I'm lazy and busy. And it's not just a meditation teaching time, which is much more than before. I mean, apart from normal meditation, like initiated funny method. Apart from that, last time, when I tell you just some 15 minutes in order for the connection with the object, this time long hours, huh? Different project, understand?
Yes, Master.
And then before that, the same with the object connection before meditation, I have to prepare. Not just 1 hour sit, no, before that. I mean, the days before, I have to begin already preparing myself.
Wow.
To make sure my body is fit enough for that, number one. And then I have to do research, to meditate, special to research on where this location will be and what hour that location will be open for me and how long I have to sit there. Not 1 second more, not 1 second less. You understand us, yeah?
Yes, Master.
So it takes a lot of time and effort. It's not just the sitting. Sitting is the easier part. And even already the time now is stretching like it's infinite. It's very exasperating for the mind and the body.
Oh, I see.
But what to do? Okay? So that's why I don't think of poetry or songs or anything at the moment. Too busy.
Understand, Master.
Have to do research, okay, and then have to translate the cosmic power into the agreeable power so that my body can absorb it. And then have to translate the cosmic term of that power into English approximately so that my mind, my body, the cells will understand that and will take it without harm and without wasting. Do you understand?
Yes, Master.
It's not just, okay, now 9 o'clock, go sit. 2 o'clock, go sit. It's not like that. I have to plan in advance.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Master, for sharing with us.
Now you know. And then, even then, sometimes my body revolves. Like, for example, last night, after eating, or even not eating, I have heartburn, chest pain.
Oh, no.
Good, I wrote it here. I gained heartburn and apple is good. It's one of the tips for you.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
If you have heartburn or chest pain, it's just heartburn. Maybe just my case, I don't know if it works for you. I have nothing, so I just eat an apple. I feel like I should eat an apple, and I know it will help me, and then it did help.
Oh, thank goodness. Master, earlier we were speaking about your wonderful songs and poetry, and there's actually been some exciting things happening regarding that. Thousands of people are getting in touch with your poetry now, Master. We are reaching out to centers and also loving huts and initiates restaurants to hold Loving the Silent Tears screening events for the public. One screening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one screening had an audience of 1,400 people. And another center screened at a 500-seat auditorium, but they still had to add in a lot of extra temporary chairs just to accommodate everyone.
Wow.
Yes, and another small city had almost double the expected turnout that they sat in the aisles, Master.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
and in the interviews after the show, you can see the people, the members of the public, tearing up with emotion. They said that the show was so meaningful and purifying, and they really love Master's deep lyrics, like loving the silent tears more than the diamonds of the world, take each other's hand. They said that the words from your poems like stay with them.
Wow.
Yes, and in fact, at one screening with nearly 700 attendees, the people said they've never seen such a wonderful video in their lifetime. And Master, several people even asked for initiation after that.
Wow. Whose idea? That's a good idea. Whose idea? Your guys' idea?
Your blessings just inspire them to share this with the world.
Please thank him for me.
Yes, Master. We've also been reaching out to the Loving Huts, other restaurants, and the centers to encourage them to screen the musical for the public out there. And some centers have been starting to do the screenings on their own.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Master.
Thank you all who do this. We have good ideas. Thank you.
Yes, your inspiration, Master.
We help the people. Help people.
Yes, and also, Master, with these screenings going on, the media, in more than one case, the media approached the screening organizers because they wanted to pre-announce the event on their own. And so people seem to really be embracing God's uplifting power at this time.
Oh, good. Good for them. Good for the world.
Yes. And Master, there's some other good news we'd like to share from around the world, if you'd like.
Please. I like to hear.
One example is there's some very nice news that has come out of the recent COP20, which was this past December in Peru for the Climate Master. Actually, the United Nations, the Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, and 2 other officials, they prepared a vegetarian dish for a sustainable cooking demonstration, and it was supposed. Yes, and it was supposed to be a very famous native Peruvian fish dish, but they substitute the fish for mushrooms instead. And
they should know that we love in food have vegan fish and it tastes delicious.
Yes, Master.
Wow. You know, we forgot to advertise love in food. I have company called Love in Food. We make food like vegan fish. It looks like fish and tastes beautiful. And vegan shrimp and all that. We didn't advertise all that, right? Oh, no. No.
Right, Master.
In some of my cooking, I put some vegan shrimp there. At that time, because I was abroad, I wasn't in Taiwan. The company is in Taiwan, and I didn't have enough material with me. I didn't have enough food from the company with me. I guess that's why we didn't have it. Other companies don't have this, you know. I mean,
Right.
In Europe or America, they don't have. But the loving foods have this beautiful, look alike fish. Tastes delicious. Maybe you take some picture and put up on our internet so people know that there are such things. It's good.
Yes, Master.
Oh, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, if you come to my house, I would cook that real fish. I would cook for him.
Oh, I think he'd love that.
I mean, real vegan food dishes don't have to substitute with mushrooms. Mushrooms don't taste like. It's beautiful. You know, it don't taste like fish. It just tastes beautiful.
Yes, Master. And actually, the chefs that prepared the meal were very famous chefs within Peru.
Wow, okay. Wow. Mr. Ban Ki-moon and Mr. Al Gore and some other big people, they even went on the demonstration march, huh?
Oh, yes, Master.
Yeah. For climate change, demanding more solutions, more practical solutions to stop climate change. They even went down and took themselves. I saw that on the internet. I was very touched. If you ever see them or how you can get in touch with them, please tell them I thank them from the bottom of my heart. for being such an exemplary leader. At least Mr. Al Gore, the former vice president, and
Yes.
Mr. Maximum. I think maybe some famous people. I heard that DiCaprio.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, Master.
Yeah, I heard that he is also joining the crowd.
Yes, Master.
He's also something.
He actually produced a film on climate change, a documentary.
Yeah. You see, everybody is on board right now. I hope it's rolling fast, and people in the media should help to stop climate change by broadcasting more positive approach to that and more environmentally friendly programs.
Even the president of COP20, who's the Peruvian Minister of the Environment, his name is Manuel Pulgar Vidal, and also the Executive Secretary of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC, Cristiana Figueres, they also participated. And so altogether, they really sent a clear message to the delegates about eco-friendly eating, Master.
Bravo. Good for them. Thank you. Thank them so much. I'm grateful. To these people. Yeah, the leaders should make example, like Mr. Ban Ki-moon and Al Gore. Al Gore is vegetarian or vegan now, and let's send more message than most people. These people, they have high positions in the world, and their world is powerful.
That's true, Master.
I'm very grateful they do that.
The head of the UNFCCC, Cristiana Figueres, she also visited the Loving Hut booth at the COP20, Master. And she said that she knew of our association and what we do, and she thanked us very much for coming many times to the COPs.
Oh, really? Wonderful.
And also the former First Lady of Peru, Pilar Nores de Garcia, and the Mayor of the capital city, Lima, Susana Villarin, who is mostly vegetarian. They also came by the booth and tasted our food, and they both expressed keen interest in being vegan for the planet.
Good. Next time, remember, tell them to bring some fish and shrimp, the vegan shrimp, vegan fish from Loving Hut. I'll tell them to send some, okay?
Yes, Master, they will all enjoy it. We're very sure about that.
So there will be more enjoyment for them, so that people know that they will miss nothing when they become vegan. We have vegan cheese, delicious, vegan fish, vegan shrimp, vegan ham, vegan burgers, vegan chicken, vegan nuggets, vegan, whatever.
Vegan, yes, Master, everything.
Yeah, even just in my own small company like that, we produce so many things. Vegan mayonnaise, delicious and fragrant. Oh, Taiwan people, they are so lucky.
Yes, Master. And the US ambassador to Peru, Brian Nichols, he spent time to talk, and all these dignitaries just loved receiving the gifts of Master's books and DVDs that were given to them.
What kind of DVD did you give? What kind of book?
Master's teachings books, Crisis to Peace was also given, Loving the Silent Tears, the DVD.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, and they showed great appreciation for all that, Master.
Okay. I hope they enjoy and have take time to read or to look at them.
Yes,
It
Master.
probably help them to relax and to think of what's the best thing to do for themselves and the planet. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all of you for all this effort. Yes, thank you.
Actually, the Loving Heart booth was really a crowded hotspot there for the public and also for the media. And there were long lines of people lined up for tasting the beautiful vegan food.
But what kind of food there? That's the thing. Did they have worthy food for them or just...
It was Loving Heart food, Master, so I'm sure it was just delicious. thousands of sandwiches, sushi, summer rolls and desserts were served to everyone, from the UN ministers to the NGO staff, journalists, and even the security guards and police and military officers. And on the last day, Master, this one police officer and a security guard told our people, because of you, I've become vegan.
Ah, good. Okay, but I don't know, Loving Hood would have vegan fish or not, or vegan shrimp or not. Vegan shrimp, I think they do, but vegan fish, I don't remember. You see, the problem is I don't go to Loving Hood myself, only once or twice, because I don't live near. Mostly I don't live near any Loving Hood at all. I live in mountain or, river or forest area. I have to go there to meditate. And not because mountain forest, but because the connection is there. So I have to go, and because the Loving Hoods are mostly in the city, so I don't have a chance. I used to taste all the Loving Hood food before they come out. I have to taste them first, to see okay or not okay, but I'm not sure if they keep the food that I tasted and say okay, or they change some, depends on the location, country. Well, I just hope that they had really worthy food to offer to all these distinguished people who came to top 20, right? Yeah.
Yes, Master. Well, it seems that it was very popular, with long lines of people lining up to taste the food.
Wow.
And even after the food was gone, people still hung around the booth and were talking about the vegan diet and also discussing Master's teachings.
Okay. And this for the planet.
Yes, Master.
We should do more of these kind of booths everywhere so people can taste and understand more about vegan diet, which is good for the world and good for them.
Yes. The media, they also interviewed the booth, and they aired and printed reports about the vegan answer for climate change. And of course, Master, these are the solutions that you have been advocating since many, many years ago.
Yeah, it's good, even though it's too little for my life, but it's better than nothing.
Yes.
I see the media change more now. They must even advertise vegetarian vegan food on TV.
Yes. That's right, Master.
And Gwyneth Paltrow, she even advertised it for one of the vegetarian food brands.
Oh,
Gwyneth
really?
Paltrow, the great movie star.
Actress, yes, Master.
Yeah, she even does that on her own reputation too. Yeah.
Yes, Master, great. It's also very encouraging to hear that His Holiness Pope Francis is also speaking out on climate change these days, on both moral and scientific grounds. And he's calling on world leaders right now to be more courageous at the next COP. And he actually will be soon publishing a formal message to be delivered to Catholics all over the world, urging them to take action on climate change as an obligation to protect Mother Earth.
To be vegan?
To take action on climate change, Master, to protect Mother
Well,
Earth.
what action could be better than vegan?
Yes, Master.
It's even saying in the Bible, the first thing,
Yes.
God makes all the herbs and the fruits and the vegetables of you. That shall be your food. God doesn't say, I make animals to be your food. I don't remember anything like that in the Bible, except for, vegetarian is your food. Vegan, yeah.
Yes, Master.